Coming up from one of our creeks in this moist, wet year. We've had some rain every day now for the past 5 days. We're getting rain every day, which is quite a blessing. Coming into some silk tassel, the Garrierite. Conopholis alpina neomexicanus, the Alpine cancer root or the squaw root. We have some emery oak, some white oak, and you can see the abundant leaves that have fallen off. Very thick here. You can see it growing underneath in all the duff here. And this is a plant that I've been sitting with. It's quite a restorative plant. And it's prized in different cultures. It's yet to be really explored to its full extent in our traditions. The Chinese are fond of this plant as a restorative and a plant used by men to restore their potency, perhaps because of the shape and form of the plant. You can see it growing here in the shade with the Gary, with the righty, with the silk tassel. Been sitting with this plant. Here we have another storm coming up over the mountains in this wet year of abundance, and it's been very good for our Orobanche plants. You can feel it as you sit with it, the way it relates to this, to the underside, to the area of life that is broken in some way. And this is how this plant is used. It's used as a restorative. It can be used for women for their menses, for men for potency, and muscular weakness from after a very, a significant illness where a person was sidelined for some time. I visited this area a little while ago and I didn't see very much of it at all. So these rains, this moistness have really helped out in this in our southwestern mountains. And the Conopholis is an excellent plant to sit with, to spend some time with. It's a very open plant. It has qualities where it takes on some of the qualities of the plant that it's growing on, the host plant. And during these years of abundance, these years where it rains, where we get our spring rains, our summer rains, our winter rains, it's good to come out, sit with these plants, visit with them. And this is how you get to know where you are, who you are, what you're doing. And it helps you to connect with these plants when you sit with them. Orobanche plants have that dark kind of Neptunian energy that you might think of Uranus or some darker side. They have kind of sedative qualities. Here it's growing near one of our walnuts, little baby walnut, doing very well. There's an exceptionally tall one, probably about 8 or 10 inches tall. That's about as tall as they get here in this part of the Southwest. Sit with this plant. Find out what it's saying underneath these great big oaks. These beautiful, abundant trees. With dark rain clouds coming in waves. This is a plant to sit with. And this is the time to come meet with others, Garrett. Meet with others. Let those. This is a time when you can make a lot of ground with these plants by sitting with them. And find out who's sitting with plants. Meet them out. Seek them out. Join together in these beautiful areas where these plants are growing. Sit together. Share your knowledge. That's what we're doing right now. That's what's happening right now. That's what these plants are very open. They're very respectful of anyone in a non-judgmental, anti-authoritarian manner. They're just sharing their energy without any framework, without any boundaries. That's the type of times that we're having right now. The time is growing short for some of these plants and for some of these people. So sit with them, join with them. Break down your boundaries. You know, if you find someone sitting with the plants, go with them. Camp with them. Go on these week-long excursions. Use the sky as a blanket. Use the rocks as a pillow. This is what we're doing right now. This is how we're relating to the plants. We're not. No one is an expert. No one knows the answers. We're just here together, learning, sitting with the plants. And I invite you, whenever you can, sit with this plant, Conopholis, alpina, Orobanche family, our great Orobanche family, which is helping so many people with the trauma of our trauma-laden age. This is the age of trauma. This is the age where everyone is somehow compromised. Families are broken up. Nations are broken up. People are isolated from one another. These plants are now reaching out to us in ways that I don't think have ever been explored. It's something new. It's something that it's unprecedented. These plant circles that are forming, where we sit with plants, where we journey with plants, where we let down of our barriers and just allow the plants through our Creator to show what is here as medicine. Don't be afraid. These plants have voices. These plants have objectives, and we are part of their plans. We're part of what's going on here. And the plants are now reaching out in a way to help people with the trauma of this modern world. And this is an excellent plant, this Orobanche family of plants, which is helping us to walk in balance, to create relationships based on healing, based on mutual respect for one another, respect for these plant medicines, respect for the places where they grow. This is up here at the deer house with a nice drizzle of rain just beginning to fall, sitting with our Orobanche plant, Conopholis alpina, at the deer house.